Have you ever had someone stop you, eyebrows raised, eyes wide, and say, "Wait, there's no way that's your real age?" At first you might laugh it off. Must be good genes, or thank your skincare routine. But what if it's something much deeper? What if looking younger isn't just about genetics or creams? What if it's a reflection of your mind, your choices, your inner world? Because here's the surprising truth. People who appear younger than their years often share powerful hidden traits. Traits rooted in their psychology, their emotional patterns, and the way they move through life. Today we're going to uncover exactly what those traits are. And if you've ever been told you don't look your age, this just might explain why. Before we begin, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. You won't want to miss what's coming next, especially if staying vibrant and youthful is something that matters to you. You have an unbreakable spirit. Have you ever looked at someone and thought, how do they still look so fresh after everything they've been through? You might know their story: loss, betrayal, heartbreak, financial hardship, but somehow, their face doesn't wear the weight of those struggles. Their secret? An unbreakable spirit. Your mind has a direct influence on your body, more than most people realize. The stress, anxiety, and emotional tension we carry inside don't just disappear. They etch themselves onto our faces, into our posture, even into the way we walk and breathe. People who seem untouched by time aren't just lucky. They've developed a powerful skill, emotional mastery. They've learned how to feel deeply, but not let those feelings rule them. They don't bottle things up, nor do they let them take over. They manage their emotions instead of being managed by them. Because here's one of life's hardest lessons. Stress is a silent killer. Not only does it rob you of inner peace, it quietly accelerates aging. People who dwell on past mistakes, cling to grudges, or live in constant worry often age faster. Their bodies stay locked in survival mode, pumping cortisol, the stress hormone that contributes to wrinkles, dull skin, fatigue, and even a hunched, weary posture. Now think about those who carry a certain lightness, even after hardship. No matter what life throws at them, they get back up. They take the hits, but they don't let the bruises settle. They heal, they grow, they let go. This deep resilience, this inner toughness, shows on the outside. Their skin seems to glow. Their eyes are lively. Their entire presence feels energized, not worn down. So if someone's ever told you, "You look amazing for your age," ask yourself, are you the type who keeps moving forward no matter what? Do you laugh in the storm? Do you refuse to be defined by what happened to you? If so, you may already hold one of the most powerful keys to staying youthful, not just in your body, but in your soul. That kind of emotional resilience we just explored doesn't just protect your spirit, it shows on your face. It shines in your skin, your eyes, your very presence. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to radiate energy even after facing immense challenges? Their skin has that healthy glow, their eyes alive and expressive. And when they walk into a room, you feel their lightness, not their burdens. It's no accident. Their outer appearance reflects an inner strength, the strength to keep moving forward, even when life doesn't go as planned. They don't let setbacks define them. They don't dwell in pain. They laugh, they rise, and they choose joy even when it would be easier to give in. So if someone's ever told you, "You look younger than your age," take a moment and ask yourself, Are you someone who keeps pushing forward, even through storms? Do you find the courage to laugh when life tries to bring you to your knees? If the answer is yes, you may have already discovered one of life's best-kept secrets, not just to looking youthful, but to staying vibrant in spirit. And if you haven't yet stepped into that strength, here's the truth. There's no better time than now. Let go of what you can't control. Stand tall through your struggles, and most importantly, refuse to be defeated. Because while life may test you, you always have a choice. Will you let it leave marks on your spirit or on your face? You embrace change instead of fearing it. Now, let's talk about another powerful trait shared by those who defy aging. They don't resist life. They flow with it. Have you ever met someone in their 50s or 60s who moves through life with the joy and curiosity of a 20-something? The kind of person whose excitement is contagious? You might even find yourself wondering if time has forgotten them. These individuals share one core trait. They embrace change instead of fearing it. Stubbornness, the unwillingness to adapt, is one of the fastest ways to age, not just physically but emotionally and mentally too. When someone resists change, they often find themselves stuck in cycles of stress and frustration. Their world becomes small, their habits rigid, their thoughts repetitive, and eventually, this rigidity starts to show in their posture, their expressions, their very energy. You've probably seen it. The deep frown lines, the stiff shoulders, the heavy atmosphere of someone who's stopped fully living and is now simply enduring. But then there are the others, the ones who seem ageless. They don't let the past define them. They welcome new experiences. They don't say, "I'm too old for this." Instead, they say, "Why not?" They remain open, flexible, and eager to grow. They're lifelong learners, willing to evolve, to stretch their comfort zones, and to view life not as something to survive, but something to explore. And science agrees. Those who continue learning, engaging with others, and exploring new ideas show stronger brain function, healthier bodies, and higher emotional well-being. Their minds stay sharp, their spirits stay curious, and it all reflects in their appearance. There's a certain glow to people who welcome life with open arms. Their faces don't carry regret. Their energy isn't stiff with fear. Instead, they embody motion, softness, and openness. Maybe that's the real fountain of youth. Not perfection, not control, but the courage to stay curious and keep changing. Some people seem to carry a spark that refuses to fade, an undeniable youthful energy. They move through life with lightness, as if every twist and turn is another chapter in a thrilling story. If you've ever wondered why some people look much older than their age while others seem to defy time, the answer often lies in this simple difference: their attitude toward change. Those who resist change tend to age faster, both on the inside and the outside. They fear the unknown. They cling to what's familiar, even when it no longer serves them. And over time, this resistance becomes visible. It shapes their expression, their posture, even the way they walk through life. But then, there are those who flow with change, who treat each detour as an adventure, not a disruption. These are the ones who remain youthful, not just in appearance but in soul. They don't just adapt, they evolve. And that evolution keeps them energized, vibrant, and fully alive. Because aging isn't only about how many years you've lived. It's about how you respond to the changes that come with them. If you refuse to grow, if you shut yourself off from new ideas, people, or ways of being, you'll feel old long before your time. But if you stay open, stay curious, and keep your mental world alive, you'll carry an energy that makes people stop and wonder, what's your secret? 3. Your mind is always curious. Now think about someone whose energy feels untouched by time. They could be 40, 50, or even 60, but they have the liveliness of someone half their age. What's their secret? It's not just flawless skin or a fancy supplement routine. It's their curiosity. Many people believe youth is all about how you look, but that's only surface level. Real youth begins in the mind. The moment you stop asking questions, stop learning, stop exploring, you start aging. And no cream can reverse that. A dull mind slowly pulls the body down with it. People who let life become repetitive, who live the same day over and over without trying anything new, gradually lose that inner light. You can see it in their movements, in the heaviness of their tone, in the lack of wonder in their eyes. They're not really living. They're simply existing. Now compare that to someone who never stops learning. These are the ones who take up new hobbies, challenge their own beliefs, read about things outside their comfort zone. They treat life like an endless adventure, not a duty. And as their mind stays sharp, their body follows. Science supports this. Mental stimulation keeps the brain active, reduces cognitive decline, and even slows down the physical signs of aging. But curiosity does more than keep your brain fresh. It changes your entire energy. People who remain curious have a brightness about them. Their eyes are full of wonder. Their faces light up when they speak. And their very presence feels exciting, like they're always about to discover something new. They don't see life as something slipping away. They see it as something constantly unfolding, and that mindset alone makes a visible difference. So, if people often tell you that you look younger than your age, pause and reflect. Are you still curious about life? Do you keep learning, asking, and growing? Because the fire in your mind might just be the thing keeping your body and your spirit forever young. Curiosity in the mind is the fuel that keeps the spirit young. And from that curiosity, something even more magical emerges. It not only keeps your mind alive, but also gives you an unmistakable energy, a youthful vitality that radiates from within. Some people seem to carry a spark that simply refuses to fade, an inner glow that never dims. It's not something you can bottle or buy. It's that undeniable youthful energy that follows them everywhere they go. They move through life with a kind of grace, as if each unexpected twist is just a new page in a thrilling story they can't wait to read. If you've ever stopped and wondered why some people look years older than they really are, while others seem ageless, the answer might be simpler than you think. It lies in how they respond to change. Those who resist change, who fear the unknown or cling to what's familiar even when it no longer serves them, tend to age faster, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally too. This resistance builds tension over time. It shows up in their faces, their posture, their energy. You can see it in the way they carry themselves, stiff, weary, burdened by the weight of refusing to adapt. But then, there are those who do the opposite. They embrace change. They treat life's detours as new adventures instead of roadblocks. They're flexible, resilient, open. And that mindset keeps them young, inside and out. They don't just accept life's changes. They welcome them. They grow from them. They evolve. And that evolution is what keeps them vibrant, energized, and full of life. Because aging isn't only about the number of years you've lived. It's about your relationship with those years. If you shut down, if you stop evolving, if you refuse to let go of outdated ways of thinking or being, you'll feel old long before your body shows it. But if you remain open, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you'll carry a kind of energy that makes people stop and wonder, what's your secret? 3. Your mind is always curious. And speaking of secrets, there's another powerful reason some people remain remarkably youthful. It's not a product, not a hack, not something you apply to your skin. It's curiosity. Now picture someone who seems immune to time. They may be in their 40s, 50s, or even 60s, but they move, talk, and think like someone half their age. Their eyes sparkle. Their conversations are full of wonder. What's keeping them young? Their curiosity. So many people believe youth is about appearance, but real youth begins in the mind. The very moment you stop asking questions, stop exploring, stop trying to understand new things, that's when aging begins. A dull mind dims everything else. And no anti-aging cream in the world can reverse that kind of fading. People who live the same day over and over, never stepping outside their routine, lose that inner spark over time. It's visible in their slow movements, their flat tone of voice, and the lack of life behind their eyes. They're not fully alive. They're simply existing. Now compare that to someone who is endlessly curious. They read, they ask, they reflect, they try new hobbies, question their beliefs, and constantly look for ways to grow. Life to them is not a burden, it's a playground of possibility. And their minds? Sharp, agile, alive. Science supports this. Stimulating your brain keeps it healthy, slows cognitive decline, and can even delay the physical signs of aging. But curiosity isn't just a brain booster. It transforms your energy. Curious people radiate something special. Their eyes are brighter, their expressions more animated. Their presence feels electric, like they're always ready for the next discovery. They don't see life as something slipping away. They see it as a gift constantly unfolding, and they're eager to unwrap it. So if you've ever heard the words, "You don't look your age," take a quiet moment and ask yourself, are you still curious about life? Do you seek, learn, and explore every day, even in small ways? Because the fire in your mind, the hunger to grow, discover, and wonder, might just be the very thing keeping your body and your soul forever. Young curiosity may fuel your inner fire, but how you process your emotions determines whether that fire continues to shine through your face or quietly fades from within. If you've ever been told you look younger than your age, it might not just be because you found the perfect moisturizer or were lucky in the genetic lottery. It could be something far more powerful, something rooted in the way you deal with emotions. You don't let them rot inside you. You speak, you laugh, you cry, you release, and in doing so, you free yourself, not just mentally, but physically, too. Because here's the truth. The face is a reflection of the soul, and when emotions are allowed to move through you instead of getting trapped, you stay youthful, not only in how you look, but in how you feel. People who suppress their emotions often carry invisible weight. Over time, that emotional burden becomes physical. It stiffens your muscles, it hardens your expression, and it dulls your light. But those who let their feelings flow, they glow. Wow. You surround yourself with positive energy. Have you ever walked into a room and felt instantly drained, as if the air itself was heavy? Or been around someone who, after just a few minutes, leaves you mentally and emotionally exhausted? That's energy. And energy is contagious, whether it's positive or negative. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, complaints, criticism, or chronic pessimism, it doesn't just wear on your mind. It slowly breaks down your body. The stress levels creep up, your muscles tighten, and little by little, it starts showing on your face, your posture, your presence. Look at people who seem much older than their years. You'll often notice the same signs: tired eyes, deep lines etched from constant frowning, and an overall heaviness that seems to follow them like a shadow. It's not always age doing that. It's emotional erosion caused by toxic surroundings. But then there are those who seem effortlessly young. They have a certain radiance, a vibrant glow that lights up the space around them. Their secret? It's not found in a bottle. It's found in their boundaries. They carefully choose their environment. They spend time with people who uplift, inspire, and bring joy instead of constant complaints. They know that negative energy is like slow-acting poison, and they don't let it seep into their lives. And science backs this up. Positive social interaction reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, and can even slow aging on a cellular level. Laughter, real connection, uplifting conversations. These aren't luxuries. They are anti-aging essentials. So if you've ever wondered why some people glow with life, even in their later years, the answer might be simpler than you think. They surround themselves with people who fill them with life, not those who drain it away. Take a moment to look around. Are the people in your life adding to your energy or silently taking from it? If you constantly feel drained, burdened, or uninspired, it might not be your age that's catching up with you. It might be your environment. The good news? You can change it. You can protect your peace. You can choose joy. And when you do, your body will thank you for it. Because at the end of the day, youth isn't just about the lines on your face. It's about the energy you carry inside. And that energy is shaped every single day by the people you let into your world. When you surround yourself with energy that uplifts and inspires, it doesn't just affect how you feel. It shapes how you show up in the world. It becomes part of your presence, your glow, your vitality. So, if someone has ever looked at you and said, "You don't look your age," it might not be sheer luck. It could be a reflection of the people you've allowed into your life, the kind of energy you've chosen to absorb. You live with passion and purpose. Have you ever looked at someone and thought, they look tired of life? Their face lacks expression. Their shoulders slump. Their energy feels dull, like they're simply going through the motions, as if every day is something to endure, not experience. There's no light in their eyes, no spark in their voice. Now, contrast that with someone whose very presence feels electric. Someone who talks about their goals with excitement, whose eyes light up when they speak about what they love. They don't just go through life, they charge through it with intention. What's the difference? It's passion. It's purpose. It's having a reason to wake up every morning that goes beyond checking off tasks or surviving the day. People who lack passion often appear older than they are. When life feels empty, when there's nothing meaningful, pulling you forward, it shows. Emotional stagnation can wear on you just as much as physical inactivity, and your body doesn't lie. It reflects your inner world. When you're disconnected from what excites you, your mind becomes sluggish, your spirit dims, and your body follows. The result? A face that looks tired, eyes that lose their shine, a posture that seems to carry invisible weight. But those who live with purpose, they glow. No matter their age, they exude a youthful energy that's unmistakable. They don't wake up with dread. They wake up with drive, with something to build, something to create, something to be part of. And that passion fuels them from the inside and reflects outward for the world to see. You notice it in their tone, their expressions, even in how they move. There's enthusiasm in their steps, vitality in their gestures, an energy that simply can't be faked. And science agrees, having a sense of purpose significantly reduces stress, lowers inflammation, and even helps extend your lifespan. When you actively pursue something meaningful, whether it's your work, your art, your community, or a deeply personal mission, your brain responds. It produces more dopamine and serotonin, the very chemicals responsible for happiness and youthful energy. These chemicals do more than make you feel good. They keep your skin glowing. They keep your body energized. They keep your spirit alive. So, if people tell you that you look younger than your age, it might not just be your DNA. It could be because you've found something that fuels your soul, something that keeps your fire alive, a reason to keep moving forward with joy. Now ask yourself honestly, are you just existing, or are you truly living? Because if you're stuck in the same routine, uninspired, unmotivated, emotionally stagnant, it won't just weigh on your heart. It will show up in your body, your energy, and your face. But if you have passion, if you have something that excites you, that makes your heart beat faster, you will carry a power that no wrinkle cream could ever match. When you live with purpose, something incredible happens. Your energy becomes magnetic, an invisible force that defies age itself. Because in the end, youth isn't about the number of birthdays you've had. It's about how alive you feel inside. And those who live with passion, they never truly grow old. 7. You let go of the past. Have you ever seen someone who seems to carry the weight of their past on their face? Their eyes are distant, their expression looks tired, and their entire presence feels heavy. As if they're trapped in old memories they can't seem to escape, constantly reliving things they wish they could forget. The truth is, holding onto regret, resentment, or guilt doesn't just affect your mind. It physically transforms you. Unresolved emotions don't just sit quietly in your thoughts. They build up inside your body, triggering stress responses that linger for days, weeks, sometimes even years. Cortisol levels rise, muscles tighten, sleep becomes restless, and little by little you start to show it on your skin, in your eyes, in the way you move and speak. The past is heavy. Every painful memory, every unresolved conflict, every mistake you replay over and over in your mind. It all adds weight, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And over time, that weight doesn't just stay inside. It shows up as premature aging, as chronic tension, as exhaustion that never seems to go away. Have you ever noticed how people who carry bitterness often look worn out? Their faces seem hardened, tired, as if life has drained them. And in a way, but then there are others. People who look vibrant, light, effortlessly young, even at an older age. What's their secret? They've made peace with the past. They don't let what happened to them define who they are. They've forgiven, not necessarily for others, but for themselves. They've learned that clinging to anger doesn't hurt the person who caused the pain. It only keeps the wound open inside you. Instead of dwelling on regrets, they've shifted their focus to the present moment. Instead of replaying old stories, they write new ones. They've chosen healing, growth, freedom. And science supports this. Studies show that people who practice forgiveness, mindfulness, and emotional release have lower stress, stronger immune systems, and even longer life expectancy. When you let go of what no longer serves you, your body responds. It relaxes, repairs, and radiates. You begin to carry yourself with more ease, more lightness. Your face softens, your energy brightens. So if people tell you that you look younger than your age, it might not just be thanks to good genes. It could be a reflection of your mindset, your refusal to let the past weigh you down. You've chosen to live in the moment, to move forward, not backward. And that decision, that emotional clarity, it keeps you young, inside and out. So pause for a second and ask yourself, what are you still holding on to? Is it guilt, resentment, anger? Whatever it is, know this. It's not just hurting your soul, it's aging you. But the moment you decide to let it go, to finally stop carrying what no longer belongs to your present life, you'll feel something powerful, lighter, freer, younger. Because in the end, the past is a burden. And those who release it, they walk with a kind of glow that time can't touch. So if you've ever wondered why you, or someone you know, looks younger than their actual age, now you know. It's not just about genetics. It's about mindset. It's about lifestyle. It's about the energy you choose to live with every day. And if you don't feel that youthfulness yet, don't worry. It's never too late to begin. Start now. Adopt these powerful psychological habits. Protect your peace, nourish your spirit, and watch how your body responds. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. We've got plenty more content coming that uncovers the hidden truths about life, the mind, and the science of well-being. And hey, share this video with someone who's always getting mistaken for being younger. They might finally understand why. Lastly, drop a comment below and tell me, what's the craziest age mistake someone's ever made about you? I'd love to read your stories. Until next time, stay youthful, stay powerful, and I'll see you in the next video.